Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Friday, July 29, 2022. Today, I'm going to recap the games from yesterday in Major League Baseball and the WNBA, and look ahead to the weekend's games as well as tonight's, and same for Major League Soccer. We'll go over the current leaderboard for the Rocket Mortgage Classic. We'll look at the golfers participating in the LIV in Bedminster, New Jersey. We'll go over the Nascar races and make picks, news and notes, and best bet. We'll start with Major League Baseball. We'll recap yesterday's games and look ahead to the games on Friday and the weekend. Marlins over the Reds 7-6. Miami is 47-52. Cincinnati is 38-60. Getting the win was Zach Pop. The loss, Hunter Strickland to save Tanner Scott. Orioles over the Rays 3-0. The Orioles 50-49, so they're over 500. And Tampa's 53-46. Jordan Lyles the win, Ryan Yarbrough the loss, and Felix Bautista the save. Yankees over the Royals 1-0 on a walk-off solo shot by Aaron Judge. Yanks are 67-33. Casey's 39-60. Clay Holmes the win, and Scott Barlow the loss. Phillies over the Pirates 8-7. The Phillies are 52-47. Pittsburgh is 40-59. Zach Wheeler to win. Zach Thompson the loss, and Seranthony Dominguez the save. Blue Jays over the Tigers 5-3. The Toronto's 55-44. Detroit's 40-60. Yusei Kikuchi to win. Tyler Alexander the loss, and Jordan Romano the save. Red Sox over the Guardians 4-2. Red Sox are 550-50. Cleveland's 50-48. Jake Dykman the win. Tristan McKenzie the loss, and Garrett Whitlock the save. Astros over the Mariners 4-2. The Astros are 65-35. Seattle's 54-46. Getting the win was former Mets farmhand Rafael Montero the loss. Andres Munoz and Ryan Plessley the save. Dodgers over the Rockies 13-0. So they put best bet into misery by themselves. Dodgers are 66-32. Colorado is 45-55. Tyler Anderson the win, and Jose Urena the loss. Rangers over the Angels 2-0. The Rangers are 44-54. LA is 42-57. Spencer Howard the win, Shohei Ohtani the loss, and Matt Moore the save. And the Giants over the Cubs 4-2. The Giants are 49-50. Chicago 40-58. Alex Wood the win, Justin Steele the loss, and Camilo Duval the save. All right, now I look ahead to tonight's games at 6 o'clock or 6:30. You have the Orioles at the Reds, so some interleague here. We know it's going for Baltimore, and Mike Minor is going for the Cincinnati Reds. The betting stuff is not up yet, but the Reds are favored according to ESPN Analytics, so if they're a dog, that's the pick. Mets Marlins, Chris Bassett and Sandy Alcantara. Mets minus 124, Marlins plus 106, over under 6.5, overs minus 105, unders minus 115. Mets minus 1.5 is plus 150, Marlins plus 1.5 is minus 184. I'm going with the Marlins at plus 106. It's my favorite underdog on the board. They're 58% according to ESPN Analytics. Sandy Alcantara's a beast. Give me the Marlins. 7 o'clock, Royals Yankees, Chris Bubick and Garrett Cole. Yankees minus 405, Royals plus 320, over under 8.5, overs minus 105, unders minus 115. Royals plus 1.5 is plus 152. Yankees minus 1.5 is minus 184. I'm going with the under again. Although Bubick is pitching, he's terrible. So you know what? I'm changing. I'm going with the over. Yankees might do that by themselves. Phillies Pirates, Bailey Falter and Jose Quintana. Phillies minus 124, Pirates plus 106, over under 8, overs minus 104, unders minus 106. Phillies minus 1.5 is plus 132, Pirates plus 1.5 is minus 160. It's 47.6 for the Pirates according to ESPN Analytics. 47.5 is my even money number, so I'm going with Pittsburgh as a dog at plus 106. Cardinals Nationals, Miles Mikolas and Anibal Sanchez. Cardinals minus 180, Nats plus 152, over under 9, overs minus 108, unders minus 112. Cardinals minus 1.5 is minus 105, Nats plus 1.5 is minus 114. I'm going with the over because Anibal Sanchez is hot garbage. Apple TV Plus, Tigers, Blue Jays. Brian Garcia making his debut against Alek Manoah. Blue Jays minus 375, Tigers 3-1, over under 8.5, overs minus 108, unders minus 114. Tigers plus 1.5 is plus 146, Blue Jays minus 1.5 is minus 176. I'm going with the over because of the unknown of Garcia. I think the Blue Jays could do it by themselves, potentially. Guardians, Rays. Shane Bieber and Jeffrey Springs. So Bieber, maybe his last start as a Guardian. I don't think so, but maybe. You never know. Rays minus 118, Guardians even money, over under 7, overs plus 102, unders minus 124. Guardians plus 1.5 is minus 235, Rays minus 1.5 is plus 197. I'm going with the over. One of these bullpens will self-combust. Brewers, Red Sox. Brandon Woodruff and Brayan Bello. Brewers minus 168, Red Sox plus 142, over under 9, overs minus 122, unders even money. Brewers minus 1.5 is minus 104, Red Sox plus 1.5 is minus 115. I'm going with the Red Sox on the run line, plus 1.5 at minus 115. I think that's good value. I don't know if they'll win the game outright, but I think that this is a one-run game. Diamondbacks, Braves at 7:20, Madison Bumgarner and Kyle Wright. D-backs are plus 184, Braves minus 220, over under 9, overs minus 102, unders minus 120. D-backs plus 1.5 and Braves minus 1.5 is minus 15 each way. I'm going with the Diamondbacks run line, plus 1.5 and minus 10. Matt Bum hasn't been that bad this year. So I'm going with D-backs run line. 8 o'clock, A's, White Sox. James Kaprielian against Lance Lynn. White Sox minus 190, A's plus 160, over under 8, overs minus 118, unders minus 102. A's plus 1.5 is minus 126, White Sox minus 1.5 is plus 105. I'm going with an over, played over with some juice at minus 118. Mariners, Astros, Robbie Ray and Justin Verlander. The Astros are minus 172, Mariners plus 144, over under 7.5, overs minus 105, unders minus 115. Mariners are plus 1.5 is minus 142, Astros minus 1.5 is plus 118. I'm going with the under because of the two pitchers. 8:30, Dodgers, Rockies, Julio Urias and Chad Cole. Dodgers minus 225, Rockies plus 188, over under 11.5, minus 10 each way. Dodgers minus 1.5 is minus 140, Rockies plus 1.5 is plus 116. I'm going with the under again. 9:30, Rangers, Angels, Martin Perez and Patrick Sandoval. Each side is a pick 'em minus 108, over under 7.5, overs minus 108, unders minus 112. Rangers minus 1.5 is plus 152, Angels plus 1.5 is minus 184. I haven't seen a pick 'em in baseball in a long time, but here we are. Minus 108 each way, and then the Rangers are favored on the run line. So, the Angels are 51.6 according to ESPN Analytics. I'm taking them at minus 108. Twins, Padres. Joe Ryan and Blake Snell. Padres minus 118. Twins even money, over under 7.5. Overs minus 115. Unders minus 105. Twins plus 1.5 is minus 215. Padres minus 1.5 is plus 176. I'm going with the Twins. They're 50.6 according to ESPN Analytics, and they're even money. Give me the Twins. Last but not least, 10:15, Apple TV Plus. You have the Cubs at the Giants, Marcus Stroman and Alex Cobb. Giants minus 144, Cubs plus 122, over under 7.5, overs minus 102, unders minus 120. Cubs plus 1.5 is minus 178, Giants minus 1.5 is plus 146. I like the over a lot, because both these guys have been mediocre this year, in Cobb and Stroman. All right, Saturday, 1 o'clock, you have the Guardians at the Rays, Zach Plesac, Corey Kluber. 2 o'clock, Royals, Yankees. And you have the Old Timers Day game at the stadium. Before that, Zach Greinke and Nestor Cortez. 3 o'clock, you have the Tigers at the Blue Jays, Drew Hutchinson and Ross Stripling. 4 o'clock, Fox Sports 20 at the Brewers at the Red Sox, Eric Lauer and Nick Pivetta. 6 o'clock, you have the Mets at the Marlins, Carlos Carrasco and Trevor Rogers. Orioles, Reds. Leono's going for Baltimore and Tyler Mays going for Cincinnati. Could be Maley's last start as a Red. 7 o'clock, you have the Mariners at the Astros, Chris Flexen and Framber Valdez. On Fox at 7:15, you have the Twins at the Padres, Sonny Gray and Joe Musgrove. Also on Fox, you have the A's at the White Sox, Paul Blackburn and Johnny Cueto. Also on Fox, you have the Phillies at the Pirates, Rangers Suarez and Mitch Keller. And also on Fox, you have the Cardinals and the Nationals, Dakota Hudson and Eric Feed. The best game of those four is Twins-Padres. But in this area here, you'll probably get the Phillies. 7:20, you have the Diamondbacks and the Braves, Corbin Martin and Ian Anderson. 8 o'clock, you have the Dodgers at the Rockies, Clayton Kershaw and Kyle Freeland. 9 o'clock, you have the Cubs at the Giants, Drew Smyly and Jacob Junis. And on Fox Sports 1, you have the Rangers at the Angels, Glenn Otto and Chase Silseth. Sunday, 12 o'clock on Peacock, you have the Tigers and the Blue Jays, Garrett Hill and Jose Barrios. 1:30, you have the Diamondbacks at the Braves, Merrill Kelly, Max Fried. Royals, Yankees. Luno's going for KC and Jordan Montgomery's going for New York. Brewers, Red Sox, Aaron Ashby and Josh Winkowski. Phillies, Pirates, Aaron Nola, JT Brubaker. Cardinals, Nats, Andre Palante and Paolo Espino. Orioles, Reds, Luno's going for Baltimore and Nick Lodolo's going for Cincy. Guardians, Rays, Luno's going for the Guardians and Shane McClanahan's going for Tampa. Mets, Marlins, Taijuan Walker and Pablo Lopez. Could be Lopez's last start as a Marlin. 2 o'clock, you have the A's at the White Sox, Adam Oller and Dylan Cease. Mariners, Astros, George Kirby and Jake Odorizzi. 3 o'clock, Dodgers, Rockies, Tony Gonsolin and Herman Marquez. 4 o'clock, Rangers, Angels, Dane Dunning and Reed Detmers. Twins, Padres, Dylan Bundy and Sean Manaea. And last but not least, Sunday Night Baseball, 7 o'clock, ESPN, Carl Ravitch, David Cohn, Eduardo Perez on the call. Cubs, Giants, a game that has no business being on Sunday Night Baseball. Adrian Sampson and Carlos Rodon. If you ask me who should have been Sunday Night Baseball this week, Twins, Padres, give the Twins respect. Or Brewers, Red Sox even would have been better because of the potential of the Red Sox selling. That would have been a better option as well. But no, a big market and a mid-market getting favoritism because one team won 100 games last year and the other is about to blow up their team and the Cubs even more. All right, now we'll move on to the WNBA. We will recap the games from yesterday and look ahead to today and the weekend. Lynx over the Dream, 92-85. The Lynx are 11-19, Atlanta 12-17. Ariel Powers, 25 points. Tiffany Ace at 24. Sun over the Storm, 83. Connecticut, 20-9. Seattle, 18-11. Alyssa Thomas, 19 points and 11 assists. And Brianna Stewart had 17. Mystics over the Wigs, 87-77. The Mystics are 18-11. Dallas is 12-16. Natasha Cloud, 14.7 assists. And Tiara McCowan, 27 points and 11 boards. And the Mercury over the Sparks, 90-80. Mercury 13-16. LA is 20-16. Or, I'm sorry, 12-16. Diana Taurasi, 30 points. Throwing back the clock a little bit. And Kennedy Carter, 23 for LA. All right, tonight, 7 o'clock NBA TV, you have the Aces at the Fever. The Fever are a 14.5-point underdog. The total is 174.5. I like the under. That is so high. And 8 o'clock on CBS Sports Network, you have the Liberty at the Sky. Sky are favored by 10.5. Total is 165.5. This is an over game. I feel like the Liberty have been in over games a lot lately, so I'm going with the over. Saturday, 12 o'clock on ESPN, you have the Storm at the Mystics. That's a decent game. I don't see any odds up for that game. And at 7:30 on NBA TV, you have the Wings at the Dream. Sunday, 1 o'clock NBA TV, you have the Sky at the Sun. 2 o'clock on CBS Sports Network, you have the Mercury at the Liberty. 3 o'clock on NBA TV, you have the Aces and the Fever. Prime Video, the Storm at the Mystics. And 7 o'clock on NBA TV, you have the Lynx at the Sparks. All right, now I'll move on to Major League Soccer. We have one game tonight and then a bunch over the weekend. So tonight at 11 p.m. you have LAFC at Seattle. LAFC is the best team in the league. 45 points plus 20 goal differential. Seattle's 9th with a plus 3 goal differential. So you have LA minus 190, Seattle plus 140, draw plus 310. I'm going over 3.5 goals at plus 158. Saturday, 3 o'clock on ABC, you have Minnesota hosting Portland. Minnesota's been red hot, winners of 4 of the last 5. Portland, 3 of their last 5, they are winners. Minnesota minus 130, Portland plus 290, draw plus 280. Minnie's in 3rd, Portland's in 8th. I'm going with a ballsy play of a draw at plus 280 here. 5 o'clock, you have Chicago hosting Atlanta. Chicago's minus 110, Atlanta's plus 240, draws plus 260. Chicago's 9th in the East, Atlanta's 12th in the East. I am going to go with another draw at plus 260. Charlotte's hosting Columbus at 7 o'clock. Charlotte's plus 140, Columbus is plus 175, and the draw is plus 220. Charlotte's 8th, Columbus is 6th. Columbus is the better team. I'm taking them on the road to win outright at plus 175. Although Charlotte's lost their last 2 games, so maybe this is a bounce back spot. 7:30, CF Montreal and NYCFC. NYCFC winners of the last 4. Montreal's won 3 of their last 5. NYCFC right now 2nd in the East, 1 point back of Philly. They do have the best goal differential, though, in the conference. Montreal's 4th, and they're even on the year from goals and the 35 points. Montreal's plus 140, draw plus 250, NYCFC plus 155. I'm going with NYCFC. They're red hot right now. Philadelphia is hosting Houston. Philly's won 4 in a row. Houston has 1 win their last 5. Philly's 1st in the East. Houston is 11th in the West. Philly's a monster favorite at minus 160. Houston's plus 370. Draws plus 280. For this game, I'm going to go over 3.5 goals at 2-1. So that's going to be the pick. Because Houston, to me, is a team that I don't know, just don't like them in Philly. And I think Philly's getting in a little bit of a groove here. 8 o'clock, you have Miami hosting Cincy. Miami is 11th in the East, 25 points, and Cincy is 7th in the East with 28 points. Miami's even money. Cincy's plus 230, draw plus 250. I'm going with the draw. Nashville's hosting Vancouver. Each team has won once in their last 5. Nashville's 6th in the West, 31 points. Vancouver 10th in the West with 26 points. Nashville's minus 180. Vancouver's plus 140. Draws plus 280. This game, I'm going over 2.5 goals at minus 116. I just think that's a good number. New England's hosting Toronto. Toronto won their last game. New England winless in their last 5. Toronto, prior to the win, lost their previous 4 before that. New England 10th in the East. Toronto 13th in the East. New England's minus 170. Toronto plus 350. Draw plus 310. I'm actually going with the draw here. 8:30 of Kansas City hosting Austin. KC is winless in their last 4. Austin, after winning 3 straight, lost their last 2. KC plus 155, Austin plus 145, draw plus 240. KC is 14th in the West. Houston's 11th in the West. Houston's just better. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Austin. Austin FC is just way better. I don't know why I'm thinking Houston because I thought Texas. I'm going with Austin FC at plus 145. 9 o'clock, you have Dallas hosting LA Galaxy. LA Galaxy winners of 2 of their last 5. Dallas would win their last 5 with the 1 win coming in their last game. FC Dallas is plus 110. LA Galaxy 210 and draws 240. The Galaxy is 7th in the West. Dallas is 5th. For this game, though, I'm going to go with the draw at plus 240. And 10 o'clock, you have San Jose hosting Salt Lake. San Diego's lost their last 2. Salt Lake 1 win their last 5. Salt Lake's 4th in the West, and San Jose is 13th in the West. San Jose's plus 120, Salt Lake plus 185, draw plus 250. Insane. That San Jose's the favorite. I'm going with Salt Lake plus 185. That is a no-brainer upset pick. And in one game on Sunday at 5 o'clock, you have DC United hosting Orlando. Orlando has only won 2 of their last 5, including their last game. And then DC United is winless in their last 4. Orlando's 5th in the East. DC is last. DC plus 125, Orlando plus 190, draw plus 230. I'm going with Orlando at plus 190. All right, now we'll move on to the PGA Tour. We are going to go over the current leaderboard for the Rocket Mortgage Classic. And your leader right now with a score of 9 under is Sahith Thiglia. Tied for second with 8 under is Tony Finau and Taylor Pendrith. In fourth with 7 under is Charlie Hoffman. Tied for fifth with 6 under is Michael Thompson, Webb Simpson, Cam Champ, Lucas Hodges, Matt Wallace, Kurt Katayama, Cam Young, Adam Scott. Tied for fifth with 13 under, Stefan Jaeger, Taylor Moore, Saiwoo Kim, Sam Ryder, Zach Johnson, John Ha, Kiradek, and Fern Barnett, Callum Tarrant, Justin Lauer, Henrik Norlander, Richie Wierenski, Brendan Steele, and Chris Kirk. Tied for 26 with 4 under, Mark Hubbard, Nate Lashley, Cam Davis, Stuart Singh, Jonathan Vegas, Vincent Whaley, Chris Nagel, Brandon Wu, Austin Smotherwin, Davis Riley, Adam Svensson, David Lipsky, Troy Merritt, JJ Spawn, Sung Hoon Kang, Nate Watney, Doc Redman, Matthias Schwab. Tied for 44th with 3 under, Patrick Rogers, Ryan Moore, Wyndham Clark, Brendan Haas, Ryan Henley, Jason Day, Ryan Brem, Matt Kuchar, Adam Cook, Ben Martin, Bryce Garnett, Andrew Landry, KK Limhouse, Curtis Thompson. Tied for 58th with 2 under, Robert Streb, Gary Woodland, Aaron Baddeley, Danny Willett, Patrick Cantlay, Lucas Donald, Scott Stallings, Roger Sloan, Taylor Gainey, Bayo Hostler, Rory Sabatini, Tyler Duncan, Harry English, Trey Mullinax, Lucas Glover, Kevin Stroman, Joo Hyung Kim, Bo Van Pelt, Wesley Bryan, Adam Hadwin, Joshua Creel, Chris Gotterup, and David Skins. Tied for 81st with 1 under, Kramer Hickok, Denny McCarthy, Nate Taylor, William McGirt, Patton Kazir, Max McGreevy, Kelly Kraft, Russell Knox, Peter Malnati, David Lingmerth, Luke Guthrie, Morgan Hoffman, Nick Hardy, Eric Flores, Saying You'll Know, Grayson Murray, Sean O'Hare, Will Zalatoris, Ryan Palmer, Matt Trainer, Keegan Bradley, Cam Triangle, Adam Schenk, Bohog, Seth Reeves, and Chase Seifert. Tied for 107th at even. Now I'm just going through notables. Jonathan Byrd, James Hahn, Kevin Tway, Harry Higgs, Brian Storr, Jason Wolf, Sodi Kodiara, Dylan Wu. Tied for 119th with 1 over. Cam Piercy, Ricky Fowler, Grayson Sake, Hank Lebiota, Jason Headley, Grayson Higo, Luke Liss, Max Homa, Kevin Kisner, Dylan Fratelli. Tied for 132nd with 2 over. Mackenzie Hughes, Substraka, Ben Coles, Alex Smalley, Sam Piercy, Scott Piercy. Tied for 140th with 3 over. Joseph Burnett, Joel Dahman, Doug Gibb, Maverick McNeely. Tied for 146th with 4 over. Chengson Pon, Paul Barjan, Dolly Vanderwall, Andrew Novak. Tied for 151st with 5 over. Michael Gilchick and Camilo Vegas. And withdrawing from the competition, Vaughn Taylor. All right, now we're going to look at the LIV a little bit. The Bedminster competition begins today into Sunday. I'm going to make a pick for that. So, positions and times are not out yet. So I'm just going to go through the competitors and make a pick. Brandon Grace, Bryson DeChambeau, Sergio Garcia, Martin Kamer, Lee Westwood, Charles Schwartzel, Jason Kokrak, Ian Poulter, Taylor Gooch, Gray McDowell, Charles Howell III, Saddam Kajana, Junichiro Kozuma, Peter Yolen, Scott Vincent, David Puig, Jediah Morgan, Hideo Taniara, Henny Dopeles, Eugenio Lopez Chachara, Bernd Weisberger, Travis Smith, James Pyatt, Richard Bland, Ryusuke Kunishida, Laurie Cantor, Chase Kepka, Wade Ormsby, Pachara Kongwatami, Turk Pettit, Hudson Swafford, UK Ayanamori, Sean Norris, Matt Jones, Justin Harding, Sam Horsfield, Matthew Wolf, Pat Perez, Kevin Na, Luis Olson, Phil Mickelson, Henrik Stetson, Brooks Koepka, Dustin Johnson, Carlos Ortiz, Abraham Ancer, Paul Casey, Patrick Reed, and that's it. I can't find the LIV. And I'm surprised it's not up on FanDuel. I'm going to see if DraftKings has it. I'm sure there's odds somewhere for this that you can bet on. Not the Hero Open. Trying to find it. I guess they don't have it. Oh, I know why they don't have it. Because the event's in New Jersey. If that's the reason, that's ridiculous. But if I had to pick a winner for this tournament, I'm going to go. Let's go with Luis Olson to win the Bedminster tournament. this weekend. I don't have any odds in front of me, so I apologize. So, Louis Holton for the Bedminster event. All right, now we'll move on to NASCAR. We have 3 races this weekend. All from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The trucks are tonight at 9 o'clock on Fox Sports 1. So the T-Sport 200. Grant Effinger at 20-1 is crazy, so I'm going to go with Grant Effinger to win the T-Sport 200. Xfinity, which will be tomorrow 3:30 on NBC. The Pennzoil 150 at the Brickyard. My pick for this race. I'm going to go with Noah Gragson at 15-1, the Pennzoil 150 at the Brickyard. And Sunday, 2:30 on NBC, you have the Verizon 200 at the Brickyard. My pick for this race. I'm going to go with somebody that I think has some value at his number. Someone that's had really great history at this track when he was in his prime. I'm going to go with Kevin Harvick at 25-1 to win the Verizon 200 at the Brickyard. Okay, news and notes time. I'm going to try to hurry up with this one. So we're going to combine the trade deadline stuff into this, and we'll start with that. The Mets acquired Tyler Naquin and Philip Deal from the Reds in exchange for 2 minor leaguers. Nobody of significance going back to the Reds in this deal. Outfielder Hector Rodriguez and right-handed pitcher Jose Acuna. So, the Mets getting more depth on their roster. Soto to the Padre talks have intensified as the Padres are in serious talks for Soto. The Angels are taking calls for Shohei Ohtani. A deal is unlikely, but LA is engaging when rival executives mention him, which is interesting. And the Angels have a huge price for Ohtani, and rightfully so. They want something like your top 4 prospects in any trade for Shohei Ohtani. Xander Bogaerts says, I won't be traded, as the team personally told him he won't be moved before Tuesday's deadline, which is not surprising. Sad news for the Marlins. Max Meyer to have Tommy John surgery after an MRI revealed a torn ACL. He may not be back until 2024. That is really tough news for the Marlins. Really, really rough news. Daniel Castano took a ball to the head yesterday, and his CT scan came back normal, so that's good. So, we talked about how the Padres are looked upon as the front runners right now for Soto. We'll move on to football for a second. Kyler Murray claps back at critics as he makes a surprise media appearance to address the fallout from the study hours clause in the new deal. And then he got it removed as the Cardinals took out the independent study clause for Murray's $230.5 million contract. They did that to save face, let's be honest. Some Seahawks news. DK Metcalf, 3 years, $72 million extension, 58.2 guaranteed. So DK gets paid. And Jamal Adams is out indefinitely with a hand injury. No timetable for return. Another NFL injury is that Ryan Jensen, the Pro Bowl center for the Bucs, has a serious knee injury. And the team is still working through tests. So that is not great for them. Carlos Dunlap signing with the Chiefs. 1 year deal, $8 million. So that's a nice pickup for them. Back to baseball for a second. We talked about Juan Soto. The Yankees are not a favorite for Soto, but they may a fallback option for Washington, which is crazy. The Yankees want a high-end starter, and Miami's Pablo Lopez is among the targets, and obviously Castillo as well. Andrew Benintendi open to vaccine, as he did not agree to a vaccine before the trade to the Yankees, but he says he's open to it. So it sounds like he's going to get that done. Some basketball stuff. WNBA, the Sun clinched a playoff spot, so that is well-deserved for them. So that's 3 teams that have clinched. It's the Sky, it's the Sun, and it's the Aces. Paolo Banchero is finalizing an endorsement deal with the Jordan brand, so that is pretty cool. Zion Williamson's deal has a weight clause, as he can lose guaranteed money if the sum of his weight and body fat percentage is not below 295, which is insane. Some hockey news. The Rangers extend Capo Caco 2 years, $4.2 million, 2.1 a year, so they get the bridge deal with Capo Caco done. Matthew Joseph extension, 4 years, $2.9 million, so it's almost $3 million a year. So it's almost a 4-year, $12 million deal for Matthew Joseph of Ottawa. The San Jose Sharks are retiring Patrick Barlow's number 12 this upcoming season, so that is pretty cool. The NHL is changing jersey suppliers. The league will use a different company when the Adidas deal expires after the 23-24 season. And some soccer news. Barcelona signed Jules Koundé as he'll join Barcelona over Chelsea for a fee around $60 million. And Alda Torre to Liga MX on loan, as he is to join Puebla after only 5 months with New England. So that is some interesting soccer news right there. Last but not least, my best bet of the day, brought to you by FanDuel. Best bet, I think I'm over for the week, which is sad, because I took the over in the Yankee-Met game on Wednesday. That was a loser. I took the under in the Dodger game the other day, and that was a loser as well. So, for today's best bet, to me, this is a no-brainer. I love it. I'm going with the over in the Cubs-Giants game. Over 7.5 at -102. I'm going to lay a corner unit on it. It's really a decent play, considering the Cubs bullpen outside of David Robertson has not been good. The Giants bullpen has regressed. Both these teams are not good looking at the trade deadline, especially the Cubs. The Giants, if they want to keep their season alive and potentially become a buyer, they got to win this game. I think they will put up some runs against Marcus Stroman. So I'm going to go over 7.5 between the Cubs and the Giants for my best bet of the day. All right, that's it for the show. I'll be back on Monday recapping everything from the weekend, from baseball to soccer to women's basketball, the golf, the NASCAR, and then obviously news and notes and best bet on the Monday show as well. Have a great weekend, everyone.